This message is not for everyone, only you. Yes, you. The one who didn't skip. The one who felt something, even before this video truly began. I don't know where you are right now. Maybe it's late at night. The room is quiet. Your phone is the only light in the darkness. Or maybe it's daytime, and you're surrounded by noise, people, responsibilities, but somehow, inside, it still feels empty. And yet, you're here. That's not random. Because moments like this don't just happen. They are placed. Carefully. Quietly. Precisely. There's a reason your finger didn't scroll away. There's a reason your eyes are still locked onto the screen. Because deep down, you've been waiting. Not for a video. Not for entertainment. But for an answer. For a sign. For something, or someone, to finally speak into the silence you've been carrying. And right now, he is. Listen carefully. Not with your ears. But with that place inside you that still believes, even after everything. Because this message is personal. You've been strong for too long. Haven't you? Smiling when you didn't feel like smiling. Saying I'm okay when you were anything but okay. Carrying burdens you never talked about. Fighting battles no one ever saw. And sometimes, it feels like no one notices. Like your pain is invisible. Like your prayers are unheard. But what if I told you? Every single tear you held back was seen. Every silent cry at 2 a.m. was heard. Every moment you felt like giving up was the exact moment heaven leaned closer to you. You thought you were alone. But you weren't. You never were. Because even when you walked through your darkest thoughts, he walked beside you. Quietly. Patiently. Without forcing you. Waiting for this exact moment. Right now. You see, life has a strange way of breaking people. It tests you. Pushes you. Sometimes it feels like it's too much. And maybe recently, it has been. Maybe things didn't go the way you planned. Maybe someone you trusted let you down. Maybe you lost something or someone that meant everything. And ever since then, something inside you changed. You don't laugh the same anymore. You don't trust the same anymore. You don't even dream the same anymore. It's like a part of you quietly faded. But here's what you need to understand. That part of you isn't gone. It's waiting. Waiting to be called back to life. And that's why you're here. Not by accident. Not by coincidence. But by design. Because sometimes, before something changes around you, something has to awaken within you. And right now, that awakening has already started. You feel it, don't you? That slight pull in your chest. That quiet voice telling you, stay. That feeling that maybe, just maybe, this message is meant for you. Because it is. You've been asking for direction. For clarity. For peace. But answers don't always come loud. Sometimes, they come like this. Soft. Still. Almost like a whisper. And if you're still here, still listening, still feeling, then you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let me tell you something most people won't. Your life is not falling apart. It's being realigned. Everything that felt like a loss, every delay, every closed door, was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to redirect you. Because where you're going requires a version of you that's stronger, wiser, deeper. And that version is being built right now. Through the confusion. Through the waiting. Through the silence. I know, it doesn't always make sense. Sometimes it hurts more than you can explain. But growth, real growth, often comes disguised as pain. And the truth is, you're closer than you think. Closer to the breakthrough. Closer to the peace you've been searching for. Closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. But there's one thing you need to do. Let go. Not of your dreams. Not of your purpose. But of the weight you were never meant to carry alone. The fear. The doubt. The what-ifs that keep you stuck in the same place. Because holding on to those is like trying to move forward while looking backward. And you deserve more than that. You deserve clarity. You deserve peace. You deserve a future that doesn't feel heavy. And it starts right here. Right now. With a simple choice. To believe again. Not in everything. Not in everyone. But in the possibility that your story isn't over. That this chapter, the hard one, is not the ending. It's the turning point. And one day, you're going to look back at this exact moment and realize this is where everything started to change. Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, internally, powerfully. So don't rush this moment. Don't skip past it. Because something is happening inside you right now. Even if you can't fully explain it. And that feeling? That's not random. That's purpose. Finding you. Slowly. Gently. But undeniably. So stay a little longer. Because this is only the beginning. Stay with me just a little longer. Because something inside you is starting to shift. You may not have the words for it yet, but you feel it. That quiet tension in your chest. That mix of fear and hope. That strange sense that something bigger is happening behind the scenes of your life. You've felt lost before. You've questioned everything. Even yourself. And if you're honest, there were moments you almost gave up. Not loudly. Not in a way anyone would notice. But quietly, internally. Where no one could see the battle you were fighting. You kept going though. Even when it hurt. Even when it didn't make sense. And that matters more than you think. Because strength isn't always loud. Sometimes, it looks like surviving another day when you didn't think you could. And you've done that. Again and again. But here's the part no one tells you. When you've been strong for so long, you start to get tired in a different way. Not just physically, but emotionally. Your soul gets heavy. Your thoughts get louder. And silence starts to feel overwhelming. You try to distract yourself. Scrolling. Watching. Listening to anything that fills the space. But somehow, you always come back to that same feeling. That something is missing. That something isn't right. And tonight, or today, whenever you're hearing this, that feeling led you here. Not to distract you, but to reach you. Because there's something you need to hear. Even if part of you is scared to believe it. You're not stuck. It might feel like it. It might look like it. But you're not. What you're experiencing right now is a transition. A space between who you were and who you're becoming. And transitions are uncomfortable. They're uncertain. They don't come with clear instructions. You don't always know what to hold on to and what to let go of. And that confusion? It can make you feel like you're losing control. But what if you're not losing control? What if you're being guided into something you can't fully see yet? Think about it. Some of the things you once begged for, you eventually outgrew. Some of the people you thought you needed were never meant to stay. And some of the paths you were so sure about turned out to be detours. At the time, it hurt. It didn't make sense. You questioned why it had to happen that way. But now, looking back, you can see pieces of the puzzle coming together. even if the full picture still isn't clear. And that's how this works. Not everything is revealed at once. Because if it was, you wouldn't grow into the person capable of handling it. You'd skip the process. And the process is what prepares you. Right now, you're in that process. Being shaped, refined, strengthened in ways you don't even realize yet. Every disappointment, every delay, every moment you felt overlooked or forgotten was building something inside you. Resilience, depth, understanding. Things that can't be taught, only experienced. And I know there are still questions in your mind. Why is this happening to me? When will things change? Am I on the right path? Those questions are real. And it's okay to have them. But don't let them convince you that nothing is happening. Because something is. Even in the stillness. Even in the waiting. Especially in those moments. You see, waiting isn't empty. It's active. It's where clarity begins to form. It's where your perspective starts to shift. It's where you slowly begin to see what truly matters and what doesn't. And maybe that's what this moment is for you. A pause. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. To realign your focus. To reconnect you with what's real and lasting. Because somewhere along the way, you started carrying things that were never yours to carry. Other people's expectations. Other people's opinions. Other people's versions of who you should be. And in trying to meet all of those, you lost touch with yourself. Your peace. Your direction. Your truth. But now, that's changing. Slowly, but surely. You're starting to see things differently. You're starting to question what once felt normal. You're starting to feel that maybe there's more for you than this. And you're right. There is more. More peace. More clarity. More purpose. But to step into that, you have to release what's holding you back. Not everything, just the things that weigh you down. The fear of failing again. The need for everyone's approval. The pressure to have everything figured out right now. You don't need all the answers. You just need the next step. And sometimes, that step is simply trusting that you're not walking this path alone. Even when it feels quiet. Even when it feels uncertain. There is something guiding you. Protecting you. Moving things in ways you can't see yet. And one day, it will all make sense. Not in a perfect, storybook way. But in a real, grounded, undeniable way. You'll see how the delays protected you. How the losses redirected you. How the silence strengthened you. But for now, all you need to do is keep going. Not perfectly. Not fearlessly. Just honestly. One step at a time. One decision at a time. And if today, all you can do is breathe and make it through, that's enough. More than enough. Because this version of you, the one still standing after everything, is stronger than you realize. And this moment, this quiet, powerful, almost invisible shift, is leading you somewhere meaningful. So don't give up now. You've come too far to stop here. There's something I need you to understand. And I want you to feel this, not just hear it. You didn't come this far just to repeat the same cycle. All the pain. All the confusion. All the nights where your thoughts wouldn't slow down. None of it was meaningless. It was shaping you. Quietly. Deeply. Permanently. And right now, you're standing at a point most people never even recognize. A moment where everything could either change or stay exactly the same. And the difference? It's not luck. It's not timing. It's your decision. Because at some point, you have to stop waiting for everything to make sense. You have to stop needing every answer before you take a step. And instead, you choose. You choose to move forward, even if it feels uncertain. You choose to believe, even when doubt is still whispering in your ear. You choose to let go, even when part of you wants to hold on. And I know, that's not easy. Letting go never is. Especially when you've held on to something for so long, thinking it would eventually work out. But not everything that feels familiar is meant to stay. Some things are meant to teach you, and then leave. Not because you weren't enough, but because they were never part of your final destination. And that truth? It can hurt. But it can also set you free. Because once you accept that, you stop chasing what's not meant for you. You stop forcing what doesn't flow. You stop exhausting yourself trying to fix things that were never yours to fix in the first place. And slowly, you start to feel lighter. Not because everything is perfect, but because you're no longer carrying what doesn't belong to you. And that space you create? That's where new things begin to enter. New clarity. New peace. New opportunities that actually align with who you are becoming. Not who you used to be. Because you're not the same person anymore. You've changed. Through everything you've faced, you've grown in ways you didn't even notice at first. Your perspective is different now. Your priorities are shifting. Your tolerance for certain things is lower. And that's not a bad thing. That's growth. That's you stepping into a version of yourself that refuses to settle for less than what you deserve. And yes, it might feel lonely at times. Growth often is. Because not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will grow with you. And that's okay. You're not here to stay the same just to keep everyone comfortable. You're here to evolve. To become. To step into something greater, even if it means walking alone for a while. Because the truth is, you're not actually alone. Not in the way you think. There's a presence in your life. Something constant, something steady. That has been there through every high and every low. Even when you didn't notice it. Even when you questioned everything. It never left. And it's still with you now. Guiding you. Protecting you. Pushing you gently towards something better. Towards something real. But here's the part that matters most. You have to meet it halfway. You have to trust, even a little. You have to take that small step, even if your hands are shaking. Because faith, real faith, isn't about having zero doubt. It's about moving forward, despite the doubt. And right now, this is your moment. Not a loud, dramatic moment. But a quiet one. A decision that happens inside you. Where no one else can see. A decision to stop looking back. And finally start moving forward. A decision to believe that your life can be more than what it has been. A decision to trust that where you're going is worth everything you had to leave behind. So take a breath. Let it out slowly. And remind yourself, you made it through everything that was supposed to break you. You're still here. Still standing. Still moving. And that means something. More than you realize. Because this isn't the end of your story. Not even close. This is where the real shift begins.